fast can you load music while you're DJing a gig? That's what we're going to talk about. I'm DJ G-Roo, so I'll do a little DJ experiment here and test the different ways on how to load music. So I'm going to test USB, I'm going to test the fast USB, I'm going to test the Wi-Fi connection that is coming directly from the Opus Quad, and then I'm also going to use my Mac with Serato. You could use Serato or any of the streaming services, Serato or Rekordbox, and let's see what the speed is. All right, so let's begin trying to test these USBs and see which ones are faster loading. All right, so let's pick the source. We're using my trusty Pioneer Opus, and I've got several different USBs and options here loaded up. So the first thing we're going to do is try the Tidal connection. Right, so we'll click on Tidal and let me pick a song. So I'll load it to the left deck and let's see how long it takes. So it's still loading. Right, so it just loaded. It took all that time to load, and so I don't know if you saw that. So let's do that again. So pick Tidal again and pick a different song. So it'll go into the deck 1, and let's try this other one here. How long? Unable to connect. What? That's no bueno. Alright, so let's try a different one. Maybe that one didn't work good. So let's do this one. Oops, alright. Now loading. So that's with Tidal. So that's taking a while. Look how long it took for that wave to show up. Alright, so let's move on. Let's pick a different source. So that was using the Wi-Fi option with using Tidal. So it takes a while. And the whole reason I'm doing this is because I noticed while I was doing gigs, even with a fast Wi-Fi connection, it was taking that long to load a new song. Sometimes the crowd doesn't want to wait that long, or your brain is working faster. So if you want to do a quick mix, you can't really afford to wait that amount of time for it to load. You want it to be quicker than that. So I did notice. Now let's see how it's going to work now. I'll pick USB 2, right, which is over here, and that's using a slower USB. I think it's a generation 3, the latest generation now. Like I have in this USB 1, the first slot is a 3.2 USB, so it's really fast. I think it's 100 megabytes a second, and the one that I have in USB 2 that we're gonna test right now is should be a lot slower, but let's see. I'll load it into the same loading point, deck 1, as I have still have the Tidal or streaming service. Not just Tidal, it could be any streaming service, right? So, but I just happen to be using Tidal. So let's see how fast I could load a song, any song. This one. Let's pick this one and let's put it in 1. See how fast it takes. Boom, done. That was fast. I mean, that was so fast. I don't know if you all caught that. Let's do it again. All right, USB 2. That's the second one here to the far right. I think maybe it's out of the image. Let me zoom out a little bit. So that's this one here. Let's pick a different song. Now let's hit go and see. Now you're gonna watch it load on deck 1 here, right? And you'll see the wave show up. And I'll tell you how fast. Just imagine you're doing a gig and you're waiting for the song to load. Can't have that. So let's see. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Done. That was fast, right? I just threw the echo on, which is cool. Smooth echo, my favorite. All right, so that tells me USB is much quicker. Why? Maybe because it doesn't have to go and shoot through the air through Wi-Fi signals and through your router and get caught up in one of those data locations where they store all this information, right? So it's taking a long route, where the USB, if you're storing it even on a 3.0A, it's not even a USB-C. And that's one of the other things we're going to test, because I have a USB connection on the back of this unit, right? So let's do something different. I also have as a source software control my Mac computer right here, right off the camera. I don't want to move the camera, but so I'm now gonna connect to Serato, right? And let's see how long it takes Serato, which has got the USB-C connection, but I am going to be using Serato to connect to Tidal. So you see what I'm trying to do here? I've got Tidal on my Mac, but running through USB-C, and I've got Tidal running through the new connectivity option for the Opus Quad with the most recent update for Opus using the USB drive. So what I'm trying to test is which is fastest. So I'm thinking that the Mac's going to be with USB-C running through there, even though it's still going to go through Wi-Fi, right? Data center, that's what I was trying to say before, the data centers, where all the sounds and information data is stored. So even with my Mac, it still has to bounce that information off Wi-Fi to the data centers, pick up that song, bring it back. It's pretty amazing if you think about it, that these pieces of equipment can do all that. I'm just blown away. But so let's see, pick a song, right? And watch. I'm going to load it on the same deck one, this one, Boggle, and see how fast it loads. 1, 2, 3, let's go. So it's loading, but look at the speed. It looks like it was faster in a way. Well, look, kind of looks like it was faster than the USB with the Wi-Fi that's built into the Opus Quad. So that was a weird loading experience. Let's do another one. So again, we're running through the Mac, but still trying to pull information from Tidal. So it's the same thing as the USB. If anyone out there has the Opus Quad, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't know, to be able to access Wi-Fi using the Opus Quad, you have to have a USB that's provisioned for that purpose to open up that Wi-Fi connection. And that's why I have this. And it's unusually long, and we'll get into that in a little bit. So this is not something I would use as when I'm doing a gig, because we're playing at a gig, a venue, for obvious reasons. You know that's going to be broken off. And it's unfortunate because this is the Kenningston, one of the fastest USB drives that I've been able to find for a good price. And that might be the reason why it's a good price, because who's going to buy that? Look how long it is for DJs. That's a no-go, my friend. But for this purpose here at the crib, it's cool. It'll work. So let's see. Let's test this song. Deck 1 again. Load it up. Let's see. There it goes. Yeah, come on. Come on, baby. It's So it's trying to... So it's trying to catch up. So let's do another one, and then we're just gonna try. So far, I'm unsure. I'm thinking the USB might be a little quicker. The USB accessing the Serato title. So the competition right now is between the Serato title and title on my USB as a standalone. So we're testing the two things. So yeah, I hope everybody, whoever's watching this, is able to follow along, because it is a little bit complicated. So let's do another one from my Mac. From the source, I'll do it from the source control, software control. So what that means, software control, Serato. So you could either use Serato or Rekordbox. In this example, I'm using Serato. Again, let's test it and pick up whatever. I don't even know some of these songs. Where did they come from? I don't know. But let's see. It doesn't matter what it is. Let's try it again. Boom. Okay, there it goes. Did it build up the whole song? I don't know. It looks like it did. Alright, so let's change the source we could have a direct measurement with, and I'll continue to use the same deck 1. So let's try the 3.0 USB, not USB-C, USB-A. It's the slower one, the first one that we were testing. Again, let's see how fast it is again. Okay, let's go back and pick a different song. Okay, I'm going to put in the same deck 1. Let's go. Oh, gotta do it again. Ooh, that was fast. Oh, that was... That's why it was fast. That wasn't the title one. That was the USB-C. That was much faster. So the conclusion now is that the USB-A is faster than accessing title or streaming service, which is the software control one. It's faster than that. So the winner so far is the USB. Just music directly on the USB. And if you use common sense, you would think naturally it's going to be faster. So I would recommend you always have a backup. And if you're a DJ who's totally relying on streaming services, I wouldn't do that. Trust me on that, right? So even if you totally rely on just your Mac, I wouldn't do that either. I would have either have two. I keep saying Mac because I only buy Mac, but if you're using PC or whatever you're using, have two of them. Have a backup. Is the point. All right, so let's do title, and this is the standalone title option off of my first USB 1, and that's where title is streaming off as a standalone, as a source. So again, using the deck 1, let's see how fast, and this will be my last test, right? Because I'm kind of beating a horse right now, and you're getting the point. So let's see. Let's test it. Look how long that is taking. Whoa. That is... Although the entire song did load, but it takes a while. And what I notice when I'm playing at a venue or gig, wherever it is, it almost seems like a buffer or something's getting full, because when you're going quick, that sometimes that time lag seems so slow. Or, there's many other variables is the right word to use when you're at a location that you don't know what the speed of the Wi-Fi connection is. You don't know that the thickness of the walls might affect wherever that router is trying to stream that Wi-Fi connection signal. You don't know how old that router is. There are many variables that are going into play to affect what we just did right now, right? So the bottom line is, the moral to the story is, let's look at our source again. And this was just kind of like a little DJ science experiment right here, right? And so the three things we tried to measure: the Wi-Fi speed, the title speed, and a good old-fashioned USB stick in there with some music. That's a clear winner, folks, right? Number two would be having your PC or Mac connected USB-C, from what I see, right? Would be number two. And then number three would be the new connectivity on Standalone. If you have like the Opus or the Pioneer AZ, that also has that feature, but I think just with Beatport. I think the AZ only has that right now. From the filming of this presentation at this moment, the Pioneer AZ does not have title like this does. Only has Beatport. As you can see, this one's got Beatport, it's got cloud action, and it's got title. So it's got many options, and you can see I could load them all up. I only have two loaded up here, plus the USB-C in the back. And in the back, the good thing about this that the AZ doesn't have, the AZ doesn't have an additional USB-C like this one does have. So that's pretty slick, right? So, all right, folks, that's all I've got. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is something that was just running through my mind to see if which is quicker, because I get tired of trying to load music, even though I love streaming because it's so quick and easy and convenient, especially for us lazy DJs. And it's not good to be a lazy DJ, but you know, sometimes it is what it is, right? So that being said, have your USB with you, right? Either this type, and don't have these long ones. Oh, look, I have one of my favorite ones is this one, right? And this is nice and short, and these are the only ones I use on a gig, because you're never going to bring a tall boy like this, or even this medium one gets me wondering if a client or club goer, you know, one of these drunk people at a party is going to go and hit this by accident or purposefully, or pull it out, or who knows what. You know, anything goes when these people start drinking. So get yourself one of these shorties. You're experienced DJs out there, you already know that. But well, this is DJ G Roo, and appreciate your time and attention. Let me know what you think, if you had other experiences. You know, I'm still learning like you all. I'm just sharing my experiences, so don't hate, appreciate this opportunity to share ideas, because I learned quite a bit when I put these out. From you all, some great experienced DJs, maybe more than me. I've been DJing for quite a while now, right? More than a couple years, so I've seen a bunch of stuff, but you never stop learning. All right, everybody. Thank you.